crypto.
Hey, it's the underground crypto back at it again. And what did I predict? Couple of videos ago, what did I predict? Look at my last few videos. I had one that said, move, get out the way. We are taking the 9th spot. Stellar XLM will be taking the 9th spot. We would have to move Binance Coin out. And Polkadot. And after Thanksgiving, from an up and down Thanksgiving day, what do we see here? Stella, the sleeping giant, number 9. Right? At 20 cents. Market cap, 4.2 billion. So we are closing in on Cardano. XLM will be a top 5 coin. Right? Stellar XLM will be top 5. Their use case is too great. They power the world. Everyone's seeing that now. The sleeping giant is waking up. And it's stepping up to the top 5. Not stop 5, but top 5. Right? And I can see it catching up to XRP right here. Remember, XRP was at 25 cents not too long ago. We're almost at 25 cents right here. So Stellar XLM to that top 5. And Stellar XLM continues the climb. So even with this good news here, there's still some shaky news in the crypto world right now because it was very, very sketchy. The market was looking good. Bitcoin was at 19,000, looking to break 20. FOMO was happening. And all of a sudden, a 3,000 point drop by Bitcoin. And we really have to be careful and look out for things in the crypto space because it's not regulated. You know, there are a few big whales that can jump in, jump out, and just make things shake. And I was looking at this article by Dr. Doom, economist Nouriel Roubini. I'm not a big fan of everything he says here. Some things I'm okay with. Others he looks to be far off or not a big fan of the crypto space at all, which I don't agree with. But some of the things he's saying, we got to look at. So we're going to look at some of the things he's saying or said in this article from Business Insider, and also look at some of his tweets. The market, not only the crypto space market, but just in general. Like, what do we have coming up for this year? You know, the stock market, is it too big? Will it crash? Because it's being fed, pumped, and everything. And it's not truly showing how the world is going right now. There's a lot of people laid off. A lot of businesses closing. And it's not truly reflecting. So something may be up. Something we got to keep an eye on there. Right? So that's what we're going to talk about today in today's video. So this video, Dr. Doom, economist Nouriel Roubini, trashes Bitcoin for being heavily manipulated and blames retail investor for FOMO for its recent pump and dump. And this is one scheme that they do too, where they'll pump the price, and I can see the big whales doing this as well. And if we look back at, let's go back to CoinMarketCap. right? Remember when we were talking at the crypto market cap, we were seeing numbers at 544, 560. Right now it's at 509. So if you have a couple of big whales dump like 40 billion in there, this is going to push the market cap up. They make their money, they dump it, they make their profit, but other people get hurt with that. But some of them, they don't care. They'll pump it and dump it. So this is a scheme that a lot of people are using here, and the big whales could be doing the same as well. So he goes on to say, or as I continue with this article, Bitcoin has risen 167% this year, hitting a record 19,293 this week. But its price tumbled by more than 3,000 after large volume crypto investors cashed in on their holdings. This is why you have to take profit, because you never know. You never know when it's going to go up and down. You know, this happened 2018, went all the way up, then it dropped all the way down to 3,000. Okay, so Rubini said crypto exchanges were also riddled with questionable trading practices such as pump and dump, which is true, where traders overinflate the value of a security to hold in order to aggressively sell it later, and putting fake trades or prices. Continuing his scathing attack again against the digital token, Rubini said it has no intrinsic value. It is not backed by an asset. Neither is the dollar. The dollar is backed by the faith of the U.S. government. It's not backed by gold. So I don't agree with this statement here. It is not a legal tender, which is true. It cannot be used to pay taxes, not yet. He also raised an environmental argument against the power of proof of stake. So what he's saying here, Bitcoin uses a lot of energy to mine. So that's the other thing, where we have to question the Bitcoin rallies. Because it's China, right, where Stellar, XLM, is US. So there could be a lot of manipulation going on there. But we do have a lot of retail investors. Banks can now custody crypto, including Bitcoin, PayPal. So this bull run may be a different bull run than we saw in 2017, 2018. So we got to really keep our eyes to the streets and listen to what's going on. Watch videos of what's going on. Do your own research. Because there could be a lot of up and downs with what we're seeing. So Bitcoin went down. This is what we saw. Bitcoin went down, right? It's old goat Bitcoin. No true value. Where on the other side, XLM, Stella the sleeping giant, has utilities, has so much functionalities, features, that it's irreplaceable. It's going to be top 5, maybe top 3 coin that we'll see in 2021. All right, so Rubini goes on to say he also equated investing in Bitcoin with gambling at a rigged casino. At least in legit Las Vegas casinos, odds aren't stacked against you, as those gambling markets aren't manipulated in the way BTC is, he tweeted. So he concluded his 12-tweet thread by saying, stay away from the cesspool of 1,000s of worthless shitcoins. Wow, he's pretty aggressive here, and I do agree with him. Some parts of this, there is a cesspool of shitcoins out there. We know Stella the sleeping giant isn't one. So there are a lot of good coins out there. There's a lot of good coins. And we can see here right now there's 7,000. I think back in 2018 there was probably like, was it 2,000 or something like that? Now there's over 7,000. So you have to be careful what you invest in. Ethereum, XRP, Chainlink, Cardano, XLM. Those are the big boys that will land into 1 through 5 and top 3. Right? So it was definitely a shaky Thanksgiving. We can see Bitcoin going down. It affects all of the other coins. But then XLM said, nope, we're still going to keep going up. So now if we look at some of the tweets that he put out there, some of these pretty aggressive here. So from Noriel, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. He says, see also the academic evidence that Tether is used to manipulate the Bitcoin market, and look at the recent indictment of BitMEX and his criminal CEO and gang. He's pretty deep on some of these. All right, some of the things that we read before. Bitcoin has no asset. It has zero intrinsic value. Assets do either provide an income or capital gains or utility or real use of some sort. Stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets provide income dividends. So he seems pretty angry. Almost no merchant uses Bitcoin as its price volatility leads to market risk, that any profit margin is wiped out before you can convert it back into fiat. This is, I agree with this. The volatility is very risky. There's no regulation. So I agree with his point right here. Some of his points I didn't agree with. It's toxic for environment as POS hogs enormous amounts of energy and pollutes the earth. Right? So, yep, there are definitely videos on that where they're mining in China, taking up a lot of energy. And you can see he continues with his rant. Gold, silver don't provide income, but give capital gains, utility, jewelry, and use in industry. BTC doesn't give income, has no other utility services. This guy is just going on and on and on. Example, look back at March 2020 when U.S. stocks fell 35% while Bitcoin fell over 50%. It's a good point here. Thus, it has no role in institutional investors or retail portfolios. It will be highly irresponsible for any institution retail investors to speculate in a totally manipulated asset like Bitcoin. This guy is the Bitcoin hater here. We need to get the Bitcoin hater, Noriel Rubini, on a video to talk to us about this. All right, last one we're going to see from here, another tweet. Pump and dump, spoofing, wash trading, front running, and are standard operating procedures in crypto exchanges where BTC traded. Liquidity of these exchanges is fake as volume data are false by a 90% degree. Unpacked Tether supply perfectly tracks this year like past Bitcoin price. I think the first part, it sounds like he's correct. This other part, I'm not sure where he's getting that data from there. So you could see this guy's pretty upset, and you could see some of the responses from some of the some of his Twitter followers here. Sounds like someone's angry because they missed the rally, but we do have to be careful. But Bitcoin will go up, will go down. It will impact the altcoins. But for Stellar, it kept on going. It pushed through the nonsense. XLM. So another thing that we want to look at here as we look at the entire investor space in general, there are warning signs of a grim 2021. So we need to really keep our eyes to the streets and be prepared for anything, because anything can happen. Right? So in this article from Bloomberg, U.S. money market investors face multiple grim trends in 2021. And some of these things I'll read, it could be a bit technical here, but I'm going to read it anyway. Investors in the U.S. money market are facing a grim year ahead. That's the vision laid out by J.P. Morgan Chase and Company strategists, who predict that the supply of investable assets will shrink by about 300 billion, while the amount of cash chasing them has nearly doubled to 3 trillion. A key factor on the supply side is that the quantity of treasury bills is poised to shrink as the U.S. government replaces with longer-term debt much of the short-term borrowing it undertook in 2020 to pay for fiscal stimulus. Last point here, on top of that, the central bank's plans to keep its policy rate close to zero at least through 2023. So all of this that they plan to do right here, will affect the market. And a lot of analysts, strategists, they are predicting a housing crash, stock market crash, which will impact the crypto space. So these lovely prices that we're seeing now with this market cap, it could fall. So we just got to do our own research, keep our eyes and ears to the streets, keep watching the underground crypto videos, other videos as well, to be educated and stay on top. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. All right, so I think that's a wrap for today. Last thing before we wrap it up, just looking at the futures market, we still see green, so energy sector is taking a bit of a red there. Metals, gold seems to have gone down from its high of 1900. I thought it was going to hit the 2000s. The U.S. dollar is weakening right here, as we can see. So this is a site that you want to keep your eye on when you are doing your crypto investing or trading or your stock market. You want to look at the futures market because this gives an insight. It gives you a forecast of things to come. So keep your eyes on this. It's finviz.com/futures.ashx. All right, so that's a wrap. Thanks a ton for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the video for the 500 XLM giveaway. We're giving away 500 XLM coins. All right. Stella, number 9. Move. Get out the way. Thanks a ton for watching. Thanks again. Stand clear of the closing doors. The next stop for Stella is the moon. Let's get it.
We don't have that much competition. They would use Stellar to make their payments faster,